Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. It is a hot Tuesday. I was speaking with a healthcare professional friend of mine earlier today, and they were asking me if EDS services are limited. And I said, well, Dr. Khan at the Magic Clinic in Deerfoot City is no longer accepting the hypermobile EDS patients. And Dr. Yi is retiring, so he's not accepting any new patients. And then there's also a connective tissue disorder rehabilitation clinic at Foothills Hospital, but they are only accepting one variant of EDS, and the hypermobile type is obviously not going to be that variant because we are the most common type, and there are a lot of head zebras out there. So then I was looking at Edmonton, and I know there's an EDS clinic there, but don't quote me on this. I don't think that they are accepting EDS hypermobile type patients either. If I am wrong, please correct me in the comment section below, because I want this community to be as resourceful and factual as possible. And I don't want to spread any misinformation or anything like that. But the last I have heard, they were not accepting any new hypermobile patients there. And the other thing that I discussed with him is that us EDS zebras are told to see so many doctors and healthcare professionals. I don't know about you guys, but I was told to see a chiropractor, a mobility specialist, go to Pilates, go to PRP or Prolo, pain management specialist, massage therapist, the orthotist, go to the gym, etc., etc. There's a very long list, and it's ironic because how are people that most likely are not able to work able to afford these 800 services that most healthy people would call luxuries, but for us, they're more necessities. So of course, AHS isn't gonna cover a luxury, is it? So the struggle is real. It just never ends. I really wish that there was an EDS clinic here in Calgary that somehow got all of these services under AHS. I think that's just a pipe dream at this point. I'm an EDS patient myself, and yeah, I just feel like the struggle has been nonstop as far as trying to get all these healthcare professionals on my team. I mean, I do see a chiropractor, Dr. Sumi, he was on my channel earlier, and I see pain management is Dr. Reddy, and a few of these other ones I see, but only when I have a flare-up or if I pull something. Basically, if I sublux something, then I'll go to physio. Otherwise, I'm not gonna go to physio forever until I'm dead because I can't afford it. Along with the, you know, Procaine infusions that I was doing before and everything else that I've been trying off camera that I haven't really told you guys about. It's extremely expensive. And so, yeah, I just was curious to see what your thoughts were. Do we have a chance of getting any of these services covered under AHS if we had an EDS clinic here in Calgary? If we had programs and resources and stuff like that? I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm starting to ramble because I'm in pain. As you can see, I have PJs on today. I was supposed to go and run a whole bunch of errands. There was a really cute jacket on Facebook Marketplace that I really wanted to go and pick up. But that's not happening. I was supposed to go to the grocery store and pick up coffee and Tide and hand sanitizer, hand wash, and like the essentials, stuff like that, toothpaste. Can't do that. And it's hot and gross and like muggy. And I'm literally using this pillow, this bubble tea pillow, to prop me up today because I don't feel good. I started exercising a little bit more heavily earlier this week, and I think I overdid it yesterday because my ribs on my left really hurt. I might have subluxed a few. I'm gonna go see Reddy later this week to see if he can get them back in for me. He's an amazing person, so shout out to you if you're watching this. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go and make some tea and just chill with you guys for a little bit. I wanted to show you guys really quick. This is the jacket that I got. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it though. Oh, it's blurry. I found another jacket on Facebook Marketplace. This is one of those denier jackets, and I got it for 20 bucks. And it's really comfy because it has like this sweater part on the sleeve, and it fits perfectly. I really lucked out. But yeah, it's nice. I'm excited. So that was a win for last week for sure. I couldn't choose between the Numi Honeybush tea or the Twinings pomegranate and raspberry tea. And I went with the Honeybush because I haven't had it in a while and I like it a little bit sweet. And I had run out of honey before, so I just picked some up last week, and I'm gonna have some little bit of sweet tea today. So I'm pretty excited. It says to steep for 5 to 6 minutes, so I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. But yeah, so today sucks. My mind is like go go go, and my body's like no no no, and the struggle is real mentally because, you know, the general public is like, oh, you're lazy, you're just staying in bed all day and you don't have the flu, you're not sick. But the truth is we are sick. Chronic illness, we're chronically sick. That's literally what it means. And a lot of people don't get that because a lot of people get the flu and then they get better. And then they don't have to think about it until they get the flu again or another sickness again. And the difference is they recover and they heal and they're able to go back to work. And there's a huge disconnection there. And I know I've talked about it in previous videos as well, but if you're healthy and you're watching this, it's extremely difficult to describe. I know on the internet it says it's like getting the flu and then just not getting better. For me personally, it's not like that. Maybe the fatigue is like that, where, you know, if you ever had double pneumonia and you had that deep ache in your ribs when you breathe. I've had double pneumonia quite a few times. I actually almost died from it in 3rd grade. I missed a month of school and they almost held me back because I missed so much work. But yeah, so anyway, that's a little side note for you guys. But the ache for me today is like the double pneumonia ache, where it's hard to breathe because I subluxed so many ribs from exercising the other day. The fatigue is like COVID. Like, if you've ever gotten so sick, I'm not just talking about COVID, any illness that has made you so overwhelmingly exhausted and tired to where your body feels like a magnet to the floor and you just feel so extremely, it's just a struggle to stay awake. That's what my flare-ups are like, where sometimes I'm just unconscious all day, like I can't even stay awake. It's extremely difficult to describe to someone who's healthy because it's like describing a broken foot to someone who's never had a broken foot. I don't know what that feels like because I've never had a broken foot, and I would imagine that that would be really difficult to explain to me. But yeah, there's just a disconnection between healthy people and chronically ill people. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. The allergies in the air are insane. They normally don't bother me, and I'm supposed to go to the allergist soon to get another environmental panel done. I'm just gonna take some Reactin really quick because my nose is super stuffy and my eyes are like watery. Gosh, you guys. It's like the everyday normal people issues plus chronic illness. It just never ends. Chronic illness waits for no one. Neither do allergies. And while we're at it, I could show you the vitamins I take. I'm looking to maybe change them up, but right now I'm taking the Centrum. And then I used to take a ton of supplements, you guys. I took like 10 different pills back in the day, back when I was going to the gym like 5 days a week and eating salad and vegetarian, and I was super healthy and beans and all that. And then that was pre getting my feeding tube, and I was doing all that and I still ended up with the feeding tube. And genetic progressive disease, everyone. I feel like I should take a bow or something, or get some type of trophy. Ugh. And I know I've talked about this in previous videos. Doesn't matter if you're healthy, if you're sick, anything. If you get nauseous, these guys, for whatever reason, they help me so much. Like if my Zofran doesn't kick in, I have dissolvable 8 milligram Zofran. Like I get super sick. I have gastroparesis, colonic inertia, and small intestinal dysmotility. So I do get pretty nauseous. But if the Zofran doesn't kick in, I'll take like 2 of these on top of the Zofran, and it's amazing. It really helps quite a bit. So it's a little fun thing. And also, I just bought this Vaseline lip therapy, the Rosy Lips one, and it's super cute. Like, I love Vaseline, but I usually wear Vaseline on my lips, or I'll put it on before lipstick, just because it helps keep them moisturized, especially here in Calgary where it's so incredibly dry, and moisturizer is extremely important. But the Vaseline lip therapy Rosy Lips is really, really nice, and it just makes it pink enough. Like, it's just, I'll put a link for it in the description box below if you guys want to give it a go. I think I paid $6 or something, but it was on Amazon. I'm sure other stores like Safeway or someone like that will have it. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I want to hear from you. I never hear from you in the comments. It's very rare that I do. I just yeah, I'm just curious as to your lives. Do you have any fun adventures planned for this week? I really want to go to more boba shops since it's summer, and why not? I also want to go tubing down the Bow River this year. I know I mentioned it last year, and then I ended up with a rotator cuff injury, so that's, you know, it happens with EDS, but I really want to do that this year. And what else happened? I've had a few new health updates recently. My Holter monitor results that I had done, like I had a Holter monitor a month ago, they came back abnormal. Surprise, surprise. So my family doctor wanted to see me for that, and then I told them that I was gonna go see my cardiologist in June, so I'll just wait for that appointment. Yeah, so that should be interesting. I've also had quite a few issues with my heart rate being too low, and it was too low at my family doctor appointment. It was too low at the pulmonology appointment to where it was making the girl uncomfortable. Sorry about that. And it's been low basically at every appointment lately. So I don't know, we'll see what I think it's June 20th is my cardiologist appointment. Come what may, I don't know what to say at this point. What else was I gonna tell you guys? I had other news. Oh, I got my C-spine results back, the MRI, and they're not great. I have some mild to moderate craft going on there. I'm not exactly sure. I would like to speak with a doctor about everything first. basically the ligaments in my neck are weak and I have disc degeneration and a few other things. I don't need surgery yet, but eventually I'll probably need it down the road. Anyway, so that's my life. Ugh. I'm just going to drink some of this tea because it looks really good. It's been steeping for a while now. It's super good. It tastes like honeysuckles. If you had a honeysuckle bush growing up, that's what it tastes like. That's really good. But yeah, I'm in pain. I guess I should take some T3. I could show you guys that, I guess. Hold on, I'm gonna take you with me. There's a cup with 2 syringes, like last time. So I got my bottle from the fridge. This one does have to be refrigerated. Grab the little tiny syringe and fill it to 5. I'm only gonna take 5 right now. I don't like taking 10. I think that's too much. I just added some water to the cup so I can suck it up in this, because this little tube doesn't fit in my feeding tube extension. This one does, so I always have to add a little bit of water. Anyways, I'm still the same person last year where I kept saying that I don't like to take a lot of painkillers, and I try not to take them as much as possible. I've loosened up a little bit on that just because the pain has gotten so bad. It's like, I don't want to be in this much pain anymore. I kind of broke in that way. But I'm still really careful about how many painkillers I'm taking and how often I'm taking them and stuff like that. I'm not hooked up today because I don't feel well, and yeah, it's like eating, you guys. It's the same thing. Do you eat when you're not feeling well? So today I'm taking a day off. I might have some soup broth or bone broth later. Sometimes the bone broth makes me a little bloated. It's protein. My body can't handle protein properly. It's quite annoying. My body can't handle a lot properly. So I also flush with water because there's still medicine in this part, and I want to make sure that it goes in. And this little white thing here, I don't know if you can see it, it's like a little lock. So you push up and it unlocks, and then you push down and it locks. And it just makes it easier so that whenever you unscrew this part, fluid doesn't go everywhere. A lot of you are asking if I can still eat by mouth. The answer to that is yes, I can. And I'll talk to you guys about that here in a second. Clean up my mess here. Yeah, so I can eat by mouth. My body is super sensitive to certain things, and meaning I'll throw up a lot, 90% of food. The things that I can eat a bite or two, but I can't eat enough to sustain nutrition. So that's the issue, and the feeding tube stabilizes that along with my weight and all of the nutrients and everything like that. But I am able to enjoy certain bites of stuff. Sometimes though I'm not. Like sometimes my safe foods aren't safe, and I never know. So it's always a fun surprise when I don't know. But anyway, right now, because they're salty and I have postural hypotension, low blood pressure induced sinus tachycardia, it is a different form of dysautonomia besides POTS, but I say I'm POTSy because you all understand that more than that giant long paragraph that I just said. But the treatment and the symptoms are the exact same as POTS. So pretzel twists, I love pretzel everything. Chips, goldfish, I love the goldfish crackers. Because I received the news of the C-spine MRI, I was quite overwhelmed. I still am a little bit, but I did go to the store and buy a tub of ice cream along with 800 toppings to put on it, just a way to cope with everything. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. How do you guys cope with stuff? I know it's not healthy, but sometimes, you know, YOLO, you only live once, and yeah, sometimes you just gotta live a little, and I don't regret doing that. I used to be extremely healthy, like what I told you, and go to the gym 5 times a day and eat super healthy and take all these supplements, and look where it got me. So yeah, I just kind of am more relaxed with certain stuff now than I used to be. It does change you. A progressive, severe, chronic, genetic healthcare condition will change a person, whether you want it to or not. It's just the realities of what it's like to have a chronic illness. I had to learn how to be okay with eating cookies and eating sweets, and it took me 5 years to be okay with eating a cookie or sweets. And now I'm like, oh, bad results on the C-spine MRI? Let's go grab a tub of ice cream and 800 other toppings, because I have changed from what I used to be until now, because you have to focus on the positives and ways to cope, period. Like, if you don't, it's gonna be so much worse. There are healthy ways to cope with things. And I also, speaking of that, mental health is super, super, super important, because if you don't have mental health during this, it's gonna be so much harder. So I really recommend seeing a therapist, period, even if you're healthy. Literally every single person on planet Earth can benefit from seeing a therapist. You just have to pick the one that's right for you. Not everyone's going to respond the same to certain treatments. You just have to go out there and see what options are available and see what works for you. And if you go to someone and they are not a good fit for you, try someone else. Don't give up, because not everyone's the same. It's the same with medical doctors. You know, you want to make sure that you're a good team first. And if you go to a cardiologist or a family doctor or anyone like that, you want to make sure that they are listening to you. It is teamwork. They are reading it in a book and researching it online, hopefully, but they're not living it, and that's completely different. So you need someone who listens to you. I've seen quite a few therapists over the years. For me personally, CBT has worked, but I know with other people it hasn't worked. So you just have to find what works for you and go from there. But yeah, I'm in an extreme amount of pain. I feel like I've ended a lot of these vlogs lately in lots of pain. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys this. I still have this guy here because the Canada Post strike is going on, and this one is my mother-in-law's, and I still haven't sent it, and I feel so bad. This little guy, he has a twin across the room, but this one's for my mother-in-law. Maybe it might just become a Christmas present at this point. She likes those crossword puzzles and a few of those puzzle books, so I'll get her that and maybe some flowers. And I always send her food on DoorDash or Uber Eats, and so on holidays it's actually really fun, because in the morning I'll send her like coffee and like a bagel or some fancy little breakfast like poached eggs or something, and then for lunch she'll get a light meal, and then for dinner I'll go all out. And she likes it too. I think she enjoys it quite a bit, and also hearing from us that many times a day. But yeah, it just makes everyone happy, and that actually reminds me that I need to call her. I haven't spoke with her in a couple days, and normally I call at least twice a week still. I'm gonna get on that today. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you have a ton of adventures planned. And if you do, please put them in the comment section below and let me know what you would like to see. Are there any places that you wouldn't mind seeing in a vlog? Please write them in the comment section below. I would love to take you with me. I'd love to adventure out and try new things, so let me know. But anyway, always remember that no matter what, you are indeed incurably awesome. I'll see you next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Bye guys!